Greetings, listeners and viewers. Your host for the night, Zach, here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gears Studios. For those new to our show or just catching up, our episodes air at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on YouTube with live chat with various members of the cast before going up on all of our audio services 1 hour later. So if you want to react live with the community as the episode airs, YouTube is the place. Don't forget to visit our website for merch and our Ko-fi page, where each coffee you donate is a luck point, added to a pool the keeper uses to top off all our luck each session. If you donate enough coffees for all of us, Derek gets dice to mess with us, so there is that. But for now, last semester our investigators, Althea and Marion, ran into a couple of old animal companions while out on the weird docks of Boston, separated from the lodge and their allies. Will they be able to find their way back to the mysterious lodge? And will their animal companions return or follow in tow?
Time for a little spot of coffee.
Yes. Coffee breaks are very important in gaming days.
Hello there.
Fuck.
I don't need to do it every game, and I'm getting used to. Yeah, maybe I should not do this every game. As we move on to we did 2 episodes, so now we're going to jump into skill checks. And Sandy, but I'm going to start on this end this time.
Ooh.
And I'm going to start off with Althea. What's your Sandy at? Should be next.
My sanity?
No, sorry, luck. Sorry.
My luck is at 66.
66? Okay, so there was a burning of 9 luck added on. Mm-hmm. I stopped keeping track, so you might as well. Well, you said you're done.
Ah, Lord.
Right. Any skill checks to do?
Skill checks, listen. I have listen.
What's your listen at?
30.
Roll that roll.
56.
So that's a success?
Yes.
So it's going to be a D10. Is there any other skill checks to do?
Just spot hidden.
Okay, so did you want to burn 20 luck to give yourself an extra D4?
Yes. I don't need it for the spot hidden. I will take it for listen. Is it a D6? D10?
It's a D10 for the skill and a D4 for the extra.
Okay. Ooh, 11. 8 on the D10 and a 3 on the D4.
Pause real quick. Whose dice did you use for their episodes? There was no keeper dice used?
I don't know. No, there wasn't. Not on their episode.
Well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
There wasn't a lot of
We got 3!
There wasn't
in one check!
We did
got one check, like a one thing!
We didn't actually have to roll a lot last time.
I know.
Like I said. Mental fuck ride.
Very different games.
9 and 20.
Bullshit is what that is.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
And then for spot hidden.
Okay. My spot hidden is at 72.
Got to roll hard in 72.
58, so no spot hidden.
Sounds good. Is that everything for Althea?
I believe so, yes.
As we move on to Marion.
Yeah.
What's your luck at?
Still at 75.
Cool. And what skills have you succeeded on?
Only listen.
Listen. Go ahead and roll me a percentage.
64 out of 40.
Okay. Did you want to spend an extra 20 luck?
Not this time.
Sounds good.
Those little dice are so cute.
Ain't they adorable?
So you get to roll a D10 and add it right to it.
2.
2.
Maybe I should have said that.
No, it's fine.
I'll do it later.
I just want to see how much of a dent this puts into it over time.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go to Amos. What is your luck at?
75.
75. Good. It seems like everyone has been, not having to use their luck as much. 75 luck. What skills do you have?
Listen, psychology?
Psychology.
Oh, that was one I didn't. That was a check from the previous session, and I didn't catch it.
Fair enough. So it was listen, psychology,
firearms, and spot hidden.
And spot hidden. Let's start off with spot hidden, just to get that out of the way.
Sure.
Your spot hidden, I'm assuming, is high.
79.
What'd you roll?
84.
79.
I'll give him a D20 because that would be hilarious.
No.
I
like I said, because I don't want it to get too crazy, I'm just going to call for a D6. as you're getting over 80.
You can still roll a 1 on a d20.
That's true.
So you're up to 83 spot hidden. You're super observant. I'm not even going to ask about the 20 luck for an extra d4. What's the next?
That does make sense that he would be super observant.
Going backwards would be psychology.
What's your psychology at now?
61.
Okay.
57. So that's
that-
nuffs.
That's not an increase.
The detective should be the most observant of us all.
Listen. 52 out of 78. So no. And firearms. 81. 71. Don't know.
Okay,
That's it.
that's everything. Now we're going to move on to Agatha. What is your current luck stat?
14.
Oh my god!
This is not surprising.
It's 14.
Wow.
That was 61 that I had.
So we're going to
All
add,
at once?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
one
roll.
go.
One go, 61 luck.
Wow.
Am I up to 75?
If you're up to 75, it's going to be a minus of 61
Minus
luck.
a 61. Oh my god, let me do math.
Okay.
I'm also trying to get through it because I don't know how long this Over Twilight Lodge is going to take.
Knowing us.
No, well, you know what I mean. I might as well give you the benefits of all this luck.
Yep.
Spot hidden is at 69. It is a check.
Yeah, let's just roll that. Get it out of the way.
44. Still
69!
remains. The next one is first aid. 35. 40. So-
Did you want to burn 20 luck in order to get an extra D4 in your first aid, or is there another skill you're waiting for?
There's another skill I'm waiting for.
Done. Okay, so roll a. What was your?
35, and I rolled a 40.
So D10.
5.
Nice.
That's 40 now. It's pretty decent, actually. Okay, now this is where I want to. Was it burn? Excuse me, burn 20 luck.
No, you need to succeed on the check
Oh,
first.
16.
Yeah.
What is the check at?
Fighting brawl.
Fighting brawl. What's it at?
4%. God damn.
No, wait. What's your fighting brawl at?
38.
You know what? Instead of using the 20, for this special case, because of the situation, instead of using the 20 to get the extra D4, you can re-roll that, but you need to burn 25 luck, but then you don't get to burn the other 20 to get the D4.
Oh.
I'm not doing it for everything, but you're so excited about it.
I will do that. I will do that. So,
Okay.
Come on, dice.
Now, the other thing is,
yes.
I'm just going to specify this. You're burning 25 luck
Yes.
to re-roll this,
Yes.
but it's for fighting brawl. The knife increases.
Oh, yeah.
It's a specialization.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
go ahead.
Okay. 69
Oh,
out of 38.
38. Roll me a D10.
Good omens.
Meant to be, I guess.
1.
Oh.
So you have a 39 with the knife.
What the fuck?
I'm just throwing out randomly, just doing things.
Yeah, you can put it in the
Oh.
blank space.
Yeah.
That's
No,
all.
it's here, because what this is here.
So what he
is
just said
fighting
is,
brawl.
so your fighting brawl is 38, right? But what he just said is that only goes up for the knife. So make knife a skill.
Okay.
Yeah.
That specific one right underneath it, and that's the 39.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Specialization. Right? You're, knife work.
Yeah.
Yeah, knife job there.
Oh my god.
I'm so glad I'm about to kick you out of the show.
I'm so glad we still have.
What?
I'm so glad we still have so many 69s. Spot hidden really hits the spot apparently.
Oh my God, you guys.
Gets you excited.
Fucking no.
I'm always
Vice
excited
versa,
to
you know?
spot something.
This is called the red card. Shut up. Okay, so that's every...
That was my safe word.
This is the red card. Red card.
Red card!
Red bomb.
Just a note, we are rated 18 plus for adult entertainment.
No, for adult content. But if you want to name it adult entertainment, I mean...
Oh, right. And that was another unintentional 69 joke. Oh, yeah.
We call those innuendos.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, okay. The right card.
Red light.
You guys are all here right now. I need you right about here.
All right. Okay.
Yes, for this mental fuckery that apparently you guys are throwing on. Sorry, mental fuck ride, I believe was the term.
Yeah, because you really don't know what's going on with them, except they've said it's a mental fuck ride. Is that how you put it?
Yes.
That's what
We've been on a visceral vocation.
Oh, I like like that.
So
I like
at-
that.
But it's a vocation, not a vacation?
Yeah.
Interesting.
This is not a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so at this point, just so we can get through it
The
here,
regal red card.
the regal red card. The regal.
I love alliteration. Don't even.
We better go before we're.
That.
I'm going to play a game. I'm going to play a game now with Marion and Althea. So I'm going to ask Agatha and Amos's players.
I'll start this
to
train
lead.
ride. Let's go.
That red card joke was doubly good from the side of the table.
And the last time was just as you were going to head back into the door you came out of, because you have decided that there is a lot of things you could be researching right now, but the main thing you're supposed to be here for, well, twofold really.
Yeah.
The fuck is the Silver Twilight Lodge up
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
And also, where the fuck is Alistair?
Yep.
Which takes priority over the other one.
Because I feel like in terms of the what the fuck is the Silver Twilight Lodge up to, we could continue investigating the specifics of this room about that, but we have uncovered that one of the things that they're up to,
Yes.
and it's quite obvious that they're up to more than just this.
And we have to try and stay focused on finding Alistair, because we all know that as a group, I mean, it's not like we're highly distractible.
You're like fucking cats.
Anyway. So yes, leaving, going back out of the door that brought us into this warehouse.
Okay, so all I'm just going to specify is that Regal is sort of just, you know what I mean? The way ravens move around, he's just sort of hopping along in front of you toward the door as you're going.
As we start moving, I'm gonna, once it's clear that Althea is definitely heading towards the door, I'm gonna take my hands off her shoulders, step forward, and just kind of go shoo at Regal, trying to shoo him away.
Okay, so as you shoot it, he looks back at you and makes this disapproving raven noises. Right? Just like standing his ground, but like, meow. Oh, no, just raven noises. Just disapproving raven noises. And then he flaps once and jumps up and lands on your shoulder.
Bat him away. Or bat at him. I don't know if I'll get you.
And
Did you want to bat at him as in fighting brawl him
Sure.
off you? Sure. Roll me a fighting brawl roll.
I don't want him on my shoulder. That seems like a bad idea.
this is like the one thing that Marion's willing to fight.
I'm going to do a dodge. I'm going to do a dodge.
Well, I think you'll win. It's a 94 out of 30. Or sorry, 91. 91 out of 34. I just got
So
94
as you're
space
sort
up.
of batting away
Yeah.
at Regal, he sort of just hops up and lands again, and your arms just go out, and he's just like on your shoulder.
Okay.
And he's sort of looking at you.
I'll just,
Like right next to the side of your
Just,
face, just like...
just turn and be like, Marion, what are you doing?
Off of my shoulder! What is he doing?
What is he doing? Besides apparently hitching a ride?
He looks... can you roll me a psychology roll? Althea?
I can try to.
Do it.
78 out of 10. Psychology is not my strong
Did you want to burn 68 luck?
No.
Actually, we do have a lot of luck in the pool, but not enough.
Not for that.
Not enough that because I've been increased luck pool usage just because I want to get the bulk or as much of this burnt as possible for when the arc ends and your lives end.
What?
So as you're still fighting with it, Regal eventually on his own just hops off onto the floor, ruffles his feathers, and sort of
smooth my hair.
just starts like he just stays where he was before when you tried to shoot him.
And I'll just say, okay, Marion, just ignore it, okay? We have more important things to worry about. If he wants to follow us like a cat, fine, whatever.
Regal looks at you when you say that very angrily. When you say he's like a cat,
Can you give me the expression on his face right now? Angry Raven? Yes, okay. The intensity goes up a notch.
and like it's almost you can see the eyes widen as he stops like fluttering around a bit, and he's just like, it's almost like he takes a deep and then turns around and starts hopping toward the door.
Okay, whatever.
Fine. Birds will do what they want.
And then Regal caws a little low. That pretty much signifies that's right. An agreeing caw.
All right, so leaving the warehouse area, bird in tow, I guess.
Yes.
All right. You gonna close the door behind us?
Yep.
So you get through the door.
I am going to attempt, and I can roll a dodge roll for this if that works. We left the door open. Does Regal get to the door before we do?
He is in front of you.
Oh, then I guess he
Unless
does.
you want to rush past him to go through the door.
I'm going to attempt to shoo him away, but right when we get to the door. To
So
stop
he
him
is
from going
still in
through the
front
door.
of you at the door.
Yeah, so I'm going to step forward to try and shoo him away at the door.
Like when you try to close the door to keep a cat or a dog from coming through it.
You do
Yeah.
that again, and he's going to fucking go at your face.
I'm not calling him
true.
a cat. I'm just giving an analogy. We're
Yeah,
treating
but-
him like one.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a raven. Don't be mean to ravens.
That's fair.
I say this as myself, but Marion's a city girl. She doesn't know that.
I'm just going to say, you try to shoo him away, and he is having none of it.
All right.
Can you roll me a psychology roll?
Okay. 84 out of 74.
Okay, never mind. Yeah. As you get to the door, you try to shoo him away, and he sort of stares in your eyes, and then hops through the door onto the other side. And he's just on the other side now, and he's like staring at Marion like,
Okay. All right. Let's just, So we're going to close the door behind us?
so you step through and close the door.
Yes.
Okay. And you're on top of this landing, and there's the stairs going down.
Okay. When we close the door,
Sure.
we'll try it.
You hear, as you close the door, you hear a click, and you also feel and hear sort of like something sliding into place. It's very hard to explain, but there's like a mechanism or something but it seems to come from everywhere.
Like when we went in.
You can feel pressure.
Yeah. There's like a slight...
Oh, it feels like a mechanism starting, I believe.
Yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the door locked again?
Yep.
We tried all 3 keys last time, but we didn't actually go through.
Yeah, because the other one was like a mirror reflection of the stairs, and it was just going down.
Down. Do you want to continue elsewhere in this building, or try one of those other? Try one of those other spaces that we didn't explore last time.
Were there rooms that we didn't check on our way along?
There was a pile of rooms that I sort of glossed
Yeah,
over.
'cause
where
they weren't
there were
important.
storage rooms, some
Yeah.
other bedrooms. There's stuff that I didn't feel was important. I could have went into it, but and I mean, I know a lot of people. So just to clarify something, when it comes to the way I run Call of Cthulhu, like nothing's to scale. This house is weird, similar to the way the mansion on the hill is weird. So that I don't really want to give a definitive description layout of how everything works, but I'm just going to say that other than a few of the rooms, the library, the room with the pincushion man, the room with the boulder, if you will, other than those, and what other rooms that seem to be notable, there were other rooms I'm just going to say you checked, they just seem to be like regular rooms.
And we went in the opposite direction of Gaul, or was it?
No, this is the direction that
This
Gaul
is the
went.
direction
We
Gaul
didn't-
came.
When he just ran down the hallway,
Yeah.
and we didn't see where he
went
went
around
from
the
there.
Okay.
It said this is around the corner from where we started. So
I don't think there was anywhere else on this floor.
Well, this is just the third floor landing just
Yeah.
leads to this door, and you use the keys. Now, I
Yeah.
believe it was the third key.
there was
that-
another stairwell that.
Well, this is the stairwell opposite the stairwell you came
Yeah.
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 Like it's like
From the main
in
floor.
a square. But the thing is, as you're discussing amongst yourselves where to go, this was the third key you tried,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? The first key you tried seemed to be a mirror image. The second key, same thing,
Yeah.
of this landing. And the third key was
The warehouse.
Right.
the warehouse. At this point, though, as you're discussing where to go, Regal hops onto the banister, so basically behind you on the door, and he's sort of flat, like he's got his wings up, and he seems a bit agitated, but he caws motioning toward the door.
So, to try another key.
Try the first key again.
So basically, we had the main floor. We came up the stairs, like where you originally came up and I followed you. Then we pretty much looked at all the rooms that were on this floor.
Yeah.
We went up the other staircase, which came to this door.
Yes.
That was basically it in terms of this floor, right? All right, let's try the keys again.
Yeah, I do think there's a mechanical sound. There's some sort of mechanism here that this door can lead to multiple locations, and I do think we should check the other ones.
It's all right.
You have the keys.
Yes, because I put 1 and 2 in one pocket and then the third one in another pocket.
Yeah, the third one's the warehouse key.
Yes.
So I'll take out the first key.
Sure.
While she's doing that, I'm going to rip like a small piece of fabric from either like the lining of my skirt or a handkerchief and something, and tie a knot around the third key, so that we know that that one is why we know that that one is different.
Sure. I thought I could be mistaken, but I thought the staff uniforms were all pants and shirts.
Oh,
I think they were.
Oh, okay.
I think they were. I could be wrong.
Then I'm gonna use.
It don't matter. You can have the fabric.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and I might be creating a continuity error, but it's a continuity error I can live with.
Fair.
Right?
Oh, you could put it in one of your socks and then put it in your pocket.
I don't. Why would I take one of my socks off?
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try the first key. I'll keep the third key separate from those two. Like, we'll keep them all separated until we know, like...
So the thing is, it's a serious question.
Yeah.
When you're looking for fabric, are you double pantsing it? No, I just... Classic. Sorry. Throwback time. Okay, so you put a little knot into the key that you had used that opened up into the docks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're grabbing one of the two keys that you had put in your other pocket.
Yeah.
Roll me a percentage.
Okay. Was it a D6 we were doing before? Just
no,
a percentage
that's
this time?
I'm just asking because you're reaching in, you're grabbing a key.
Okay. 56.
Okay, so that's the key you can take.
Okay. And I'll try unlock the door.
Okay, so as you slot it in, you turn, and you can hear a mechanism. But as I'm assuming you're opening the door,
yes,
there isn't a roll now because when you open it up, it's set. It is on that third floor landing.
Yeah.
You know, like the mirror image of where you were.
Yeah.
But what happens is, nothing really actually. As you open the door, immediately before you can do anything, Regal jumps through the door. He just caws a little bit, like makes this weird little noise, and he just hops through the door.
Okay.
And he's on the other side, and he's just like looking back at you and just doing Raven things.
Yeah, just like
Raven's doing Raven things.
Are you coming?
Let's go. Start walking through the door.
Like, we'll take these stairs.
And I'm assuming you're leaving the door open.
Yes.
And I'll take that key, and actually I'll give it to Marion, so that we have them all separate. So Marion has the key that'll go to the stairs. I have the key that will go to the warehouse, and then my other pocket has the one we don't necessarily know.
And the one to the warehouse has a handkerchief tied on it.
Yes. Okay.
Handkerchief key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. As you go through, as you step through the doorway, it's a little bit different. Can you both roll me Constitution rolls?
Oh.
Okay.
70 out of 75.
41 out of 55.
Those dice look like bubblegum.
They do.
They're really fun.
Okay, so as you step through, instead of feeling the pressure or this, you know how I've described things? You feel more than hear like a thrumming sound, and it stops you for a second, and you feel like you're both going to get a headache, right? But then it sort of subsides after around a minute, but it takes you around a minute to compose yourself as you feel...
Does it feel similar to how it felt next to that rock?
A little bit.
Okay.
Almost like vibrations going through your body?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
Obviously,
with that...
the Raven isn't affected.
And with that, I will have you both roll me Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh. Okay.
But I'm going to use the creepy green dice for that.
Oh.
Nope. 72.
55 out of 7.
Okay.
Mine's at 8.
Yeah. Nobody wants to burn the luck there because let's not forget it doesn't get reset.
No.
How much would that be? I got 55.
I'm
seven?
pretty sure it doesn't say that you
would
can't.
be-
I'm actually going to say no for Cthulhu
Okay.
Mythos.
It would be like 40. It would be 48.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For Cthulhu Mythos, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
just going to say no for that because
Okay.
it's you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you mean it just takes a
Does-
minute, and the raven is just sort of on top, on top of
Mm-hmm.
this landing with you, and he's just
We-
sort of looking up at you when you both sort of come to your senses.
Does he look at all affected by the thrumming feeling?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
ruffling of feathers or anything. He's just sitting there.
He's always ruffling feathers.
Yeah. Okay.
Start going downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start going downstairs.
Is there any light going down these stairs?
Yeah, it's sort of dim. It's not.
Okay.
They're not super bright,
Right.
but they're.
We still have Marion's super awesome from the future flashlight. So
Actually, your light's fine. Actually, as you go down, there's like a little bit of light from a very dim light up here on this side. But as you go down to the next landing, to go because it goes down
yeah.
on that landing, it's dark,
Okay.
continuing down to the doorway to the second floor. Because this was the third landing to the second floor. It is dark, yeah.
Is there a door at the bottom of the stairs, or is it?
Well, there's a door at the second landing.
At the
to go
landing.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, well, like
Yeah.
okay, let me explain again. Sorry, I don't mean to say it that way. But you go down, there's a landing, you go down, and then there's a landing with the door. Like
Okay.
it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But it seems, it's dark.
Then I will take out the flashlight, and to make sure we don't trip and die.
To make sure you don't trip and die. Yeah.
That was good. Okay. So we're next to a door on the landing?
Yes, you are, which is the door that would lead into the second floor that you recall coming from, but there was lights when you came up. Mm-hmm. It looks the same, like similar. Like,
All right.
Before we open the door, can I just do a listen check?
sure.
Just to make sure. That's not gonna be... Oh, wait, where's my listen? Yeah, 72 out of 42.
Okay.
I can try.
It's up to you.
Same.
Up to you. I didn't hear anything. I'm sure it's fine.
She's not listening. She's going to do it anyway.
I hear nothing.
Yep.
92 out of 41.
Fair enough. You hear nothing as well.
I'm sure it's fine.
Fair
All right.
enough. So you're at this doorway here.
Yeah.
And Regal just seems to be a little bit behind. He's still on one of the stairs leading up, and he's just sort of looking at you. And he's just...
Open
the door.
I'll try the door. It's Marion where you're holding the light.
Yeah, that
And
makes sense.
immediately put it in.
Okay, so as you open up the door, it opens up, and this is your first distinctive feeling that you're not at the Silver Twilight Lodge. Okay? Because as you open up the door, it does open up similar to the other one into a hallway with flickering, but it's got flickering lights down the, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Electricity, but flickering lights off and on down this hallway, but it is slightly different. Is the easiest way to
Okay.
put it. Like the floor is slightly different. The walls are slightly different,
Okay.
but it is very similar. Yeah, and then the hallway, continues on from there.
Start going down the hallway.
Door open or closed? Does this door have a handle on the other side?
Yeah, these are just doors.
It wasn't locked or anything. Okay.
Yeah. Let's leave it closed.
Okay. Close it behind us and go down the hallway.
Okay.
Are there any other rooms? Like doors to rooms? Is there a door at the end of the hallway? Can we even see that far?
So before you continue on, because you're going to be moving down, I don't really need to prompt this, but are you stealthing or are you just moving?
Stealthing.
I would say, yeah, moving quietly, at least.
So roll stealth checks.
Oh, God.
Ah,
Let's try this one.
that was not good. Where is my stealth? How critical is this? Should I burn a lot of luck?
I got a 29 out of 38.
I got a 71 out of 57.
If he would allow you, I would burn it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would allow it, yeah.
It's not actually that much to get a success.
Yeah, that's right. It's like 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? That's what the listeners have and viewers have given you, so why not burn it? You both succeed on your stealth checks. Regal does not need to make a stealth check.
Yeah.
He is the epitome of stealth.
And Montgomery faded away.
Yeah. He's not the epitome of stealth, but he's not here.
Yeah, if he could tell you to fuck off, he would. Yeah, as you start heading down this hallway, and it's sort of got like flickering lights, as you're going along, the doors seem to be in slightly different places, right? You get to one door on the right, and I'm assuming you...
Yeah, every door we pass is going to check.
But this doorway on the right, and you seem to listen, you don't hear anything. I'm just going to skip through some little parts here. You open up the door, it seems to be like a sitting room, but everything is covered in cloth, very similar to the way the house on the mansion on the hill. Your mansion, some of the unused wings is what it looks like. It doesn't appear from outside that there's super anything of importance in here, but you can go in and check around if you would like. I'm not going to stop you from doing it. I'm going to let your stealth carry over regardless.
How about if we come across a room that looks larger than we can actually see? Like the other rooms on the other floor that we were on, when we open them, we could tell this is a bedroom, this is a storage room, or whatever. But if we open something that looks like the room is much larger and we can't actually see everything that's in it, then we look for it. Then we
This
check.
looks like a sitting room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some chairs and stuff laid around. There's a fireplace, blah, 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 blah.
But all covered with...
Yeah. Not used.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Does it look unused as if it's been sitting for years, or unused as if it's
You're not really sure how long it's been left, but it's been left a while. There is a layer of dust.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, fair enough. As you just about are going to close the door, you hear the sound of further down the hall noise. Almost seems like somebody walking. As you look further down the hall, you can see a double door on the left-hand side, around 20 feet up, 25 feet up. And then around 15 feet or so beyond that, there's a turn. And you hear the sound of somebody walking, like coming from that corner to come around that corner. And you can also see like a light. Now that you look, you can see a light at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As if
Yes.
somebody has a light, but there is somebody walking there, and then you're just in the open in this hallway.
Yeah. So I turn off my flashlight and I gesture to Althea, quick, in here.
Yeah, we'll duck inside.
And
the door there.
and Regal hops in too. Really cute, really cute.
Yeah.
He just sort of hops in.
Yeah, and can we push the door to make it look like it's closed but not completely latched?
Sure. That's not a problem.
And we'll just hold our breath or whatever.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
You hear the footsteps of somebody walking. I mean, you can't really see down the hallway
Yeah.
from the way the door is unless you stick your head out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can have it open a bit so you can hear it more. You hear a door open a bit further down. You're assuming it's one of the double doors on the side. And as that door opens, you hear the sound of like somebody being hit, like a meat being hit sound,
Like a hard punch?
like a hard punch. You hear the sound of you hear a grunt and the sound of somebody punching something.
Okay.
Like repeatedly?
No, you just hear
Just
one.
like
One.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then you hear the door close. So you hear somebody walk down, a door open, the sound of somebody getting hit, and the door closing.
And I go out into the hallway and I stealthily go up to the double door.
Yeah, and I will allow the check to think. And you're just going to stay in the room for now for a second?
Yeah, that's fine. One person
you
is
could come if you wanted. I was just shush as in quiet. You do what you like.
Okay, I'll go with her then.
Okay, so you both head up. Okay, I'll allow stealth checks to stand from what you had before. And you get up to the door, and you just hear the murmurs of just a couple of people talking. But you can't really pick out what they're saying. It's almost muffled, a bit muffled, and they are talking low. Yeah. And there's a bit of light also shining from the door cracks.
What if... Okay, we definitely heard someone getting hit, punched, or something.
So I'm whispering to you.
Yeah?
Yes, but we don't know any more than that.
What if this is where they've been holding Alistair?
Can you tell how many there might be?
Try listening through the door.
I'll allow it to be a I'll allow it to be a listen check to try to pinpoint.
I got a 14 out of 41.
Put a tick and listen if you don't already have it.
Because I got a 78 out of 42, so...
Okay, fair enough. Althea, as you're listening to the door, you hear two distinct voices, and with a successful listen check at this door, you do manage to pick out that there's two people, and they seem to be slightly laughing with each other. Like they're just, you can't really pick out what they're saying.
Yeah.
Is my point, but they seem to be joking around with each other or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're having a pleasant conversation or
Okay.
just joking around. And then while you're listening, you also hear the sound of, clearly from this distance, somebody getting hit and a grunt of pain. Oh, like a... And then the grunt of pain.
And I'll be whispering, and I'll say, there definitely sounds like there's at least three people in there. Two of them talking to each other. Third one, it's another distinct voice, but that person isn't talking. It's more like groans of pain. What do you think? Do you think we should wait and see if the other people leave and then check if Alistair is in here? Or do you think it's a bad idea to wait?
I think it's a bad idea for us to go in there.
All right. Well, we should at least wait and hide here maybe until they leave.
Is there another door very close by, like across the hall or next door?
No, you'd have to go down the hallway and back, like around the corner where the other figurehead came from. Yeah. You both hear, even without a listen check, you can hear like laughter. Like one of them said something funny and they're both laughing slightly. Yeah.
All right, well...
Are these swinging double doors, or are they latched closed?
Well, they're two double doors in that you would turn and open slightly, right? I mean, you can always attempt to turn and slightly open to look inside. I would like to
do that.
Okay. So, that will be a stealth roll.
Okay.
I'm going to actually, I'll let your stealth for your movement, but now you're going to try to carefully open up the door.
Yep, that makes sense.
Now I kind of hadn't given away my revolver.
Okay, I'm going to use luck again.
Okay.
Because that's a 67 out of 57, so I'm going to burn another 10.
Sure, you burn another 10 luck, and you slightly... And you look down, and the raven is right at your feet. And looks up at you. And is looking at the door.
What is this bird?
As you slowly open the door, and just enough to get a view inside. And what you see blows your mind. No. What you see appears to be almost like a small meeting room. You've seen it from where, where did you grow up to, Marion?
Here in Boston.
Yeah, but you've seen a lot of different groups when they get together for meetings. There's those not disposable, but there's a pile of chairs on the level, and there's
like a support group sitting.
Yes, like a support room sitting area, and there's a lot of little chairs around here. The lights are on in here, but they're also slightly flickering. You notice that there is no way out of this room that you can spot from your location, right? you can see that there's a little, like, that area, the area with the chairs, and then there's like a slight, like 2 steps up to a little bit of a higher section.
Okay.
Right? But only like 2 steps up to a higher section where there's a podium or where there would be a podium for somebody to stand at who's talking to the group.
Yeah.
And you can see these sashes, not sashes, but you can see these along the walls. There's curtains and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it seems to be a fairly, just a little bit fancy. You can see 2 figures just in front of where the podium should be. I'll describe what's there instead in a second, but where the podium should be. They are 2 figures. Neither of them are in robes. Okay, neither of them in robes or wearing masks. Okay. They seem to be 2, how do I describe this? Thug-like men.
Ah.
Okay, similar to maybe, different than what you think, but from Heinrich's house.
The thugs that were like...
Yeah, or maybe the 2 thugs that were scared away by the grenade at the Church of Contemplation. There's just 2 thug-like individuals in there, sort of talking to each other.
Looking pretty thuggy.
And on the chairs itself, you can see some bottles of beer. And stuff. Let's not forget, this is still Prohibition.
Yep.
These illegal fucks.
How could they?
Yeah. But there's some, open
devil's
beer,
brew.
and there seems to be like some takeaway bags, like, you know what I mean? Ripped open, and there's some food there. But where the podium should be is a motherfucking cross.
Okay.
Okay? But it's not like, it's not high.
Yeah.
Like, it's only maybe like 6 feet high total.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't a long stem, but where it, that's like slotted into the floor.
Yeah.
So, you got your 2 steps up, but the cross is supported by the floor.
Yeah.
And what appears to be tied to the cross,
Okay.
not nailed to the cross.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still bad.
Yeah. Tied to the cross is Alistair. And Alistair looks to have gone through some things. It looks like you notice that he still has the same pants on, or he's wearing a nice pair of pants. No shoes on, no socks, and his chest is bare. Okay, but there's looks like there's burns on him, cut marks. There's like gashes where he's bleeding slightly. It looks like on his upper arm, they flayed the skin off of most of the arm. His face is all bruised and slightly mangled. One of his eyes is swollen shut. And he's just hanging there. And, as you're watching, one of the figures just steps up and just punches him in the stomach or the side. And there's a grunt of pain. The body shudders, but other than that. You can see also now that just where the 2 steps go up and the cross comes out, just laid there, there's like knives and cutting implements as if they're torturing him for some reason.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a gag or anything in, but he doesn't appear to be conscious.
He wouldn't need to have one in by the sound of it.
Yeah.
He doesn't appear to be conscious.
Okay.
He just appears to be extremely beat up. Right? There's 2 of them.
I wish I hadn't given away my revolver.
Oh, that is a fair question. Do either of you have firearms?
Nope.
Okay.
I have a syringe and a vial. That's what I have.
I have no weapons, period.
We would need something to improvise.
Ooh.
Or we need to go down and find Amos and Althea and Simon and get them up here. I'm whispering.
I was going to say, I'm right here. But Agatha is downstairs.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Agatha.
I'm just doing
That's okay. Thank you. Yeah.
You do recall seeing in that previous sitting room that you were looking in that on the wall there were 2 swords crossed.
Ooh. How are you with a sword? Have you ever used one?
Depends on who you ask.
That was not the answer I was expecting.
Well, Amos might say I couldn't use one.
Oh, right. Look, we need to get Alistair down. We can't leave him there. I don't Our choices are we run back to the previous room and get a weapon and hope that with the element of surprise we can stop these men before they have time to grab their own weapons. Or we go downstairs and find Amos, Agatha, and Simon and get them up here, assuming that we're able to pull them away from whatever activity or ritual the Silver Twilight Lodge has gotten the folks in masks to do.
Okay. One question. What do you think Alistair would do in this situation?
Well, Alistair would have had a gun.
Fair. I say we go get weapons.
Okay.
Okay, so you go back to that other room. You go inside. Yeah, and on the wall there's like 2 swords.
Yeah.
Like sort of like cutlasses, if you will, like that.
Is there in this
sabers.
room something akin to a baseball bat or a heavy broom? Just a long, heavy
Yes.
thing I can use to bash people.
Yeah, I would say that you notice that there's a table there with pretty big, sturdy legs.
Okay.
But you know that they can just unscrew, so you just...
I'm going to take one of those instead of a sword.
That's a heavy,
Yeah.
You said there was a fireplace?
There is a fireplace in here. You do notice it's against the wall, and it looks like that it doesn't vent up, but it vents out through the side of the house. Like the piping
interesting.
goes to the side, so
Yeah.
it's like the chimney would be on the side.
Yeah.
not on the-
Yeah. Okay. How hard would it be to get those swords down?
Not
hard?
super hard, but did you say you were going over to the fireplace?
Yeah, because I was thinking fireplace means poker, usuly,
Yeah,
which is a sharp object.
as you go over to the fireplace, right next to the fireplace is a window.
Yep.
Oh.
Window.
There's a window in the room,
Oh, okay.
right? Because the
Right.
fireplace,
Okay.
It's
Right.
on the outside wall.
right?
Yes, okay.
Right, so I'm just letting you know, because I didn't really describe it, that there is a window there on the side of the fireplace.
Okay.
Did you want to look out the window?
I like to pause and go over to the window, or like...
Are you going to the fireplace?
I'm going to the fireplace,
You're
yes.
right next to the window if you're going to grab a poker.
Okay. I'll glance, just because it's so weird, I will glance out the window because it's an open window. Like,
If she doesn't, I will.
human nature and instinct, you just glance at a window when you go near one, basically. At least
Sandy
for
check?
me. Oh. Now I wish.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
wish-
make that sound, so...
Oh, I wish
roll a
I
sandy check
hadn't
and then I will
squished that
describe what it
fish.
is.
I mean, I did say that I would also look through the window, but I'm not next to it.
Yeah, but let's leave it alone.
Sanity is 47 out of 62.
Okay, and actually there is 0 sanity loss for this.
Okay.
You've already lost 4 sanity so far in this place, so 1 more sanity loss will be a temporary break.
Yeah.
I also actually have my new thing on the phone, and it is now a percentage roll for your bout of madness.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Right? So I was toying with a couple
Yeah.
of things, but I do have one, but you haven't hit that point. Because as you look out the window, you're not in Boston anymore. It looks to be fields of an estate, surrounded by trees. You recognize from very quickly looking from like the type of trees, like stuff like that, that you are outside of Boston. Like, you realize you're at the country Silver Twilight Lodge is the easiest way to put it. It would be your guess. There was 2 Silver Twilight Lodges
Yes,
mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the estate outside,
Yeah.
owned by Carl Sanford,
Yeah.
and there was the one that popped up in town.
In the city.
City Silver Twilight Lodge, Country Silver Twilight Lodge, City Ski, Country Ski, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But what Rada had the Sandy roll for was down in the fields itself, next to the house, you can see the glimpse of a hedge maze. And the hedge maze looks very similar to the hedge maze at the mansion on the hill. And as looking around the grounds, you realize quite quickly that because you're not from the outside looking at the house or the way the house is, the grounds of this country estate is very similar to the grounds of the Goodyear estate as if potentially they were commissioned or done by the same person.
All right. And another bit of my family's reputation goes up in smoke for me. All right, we ain't got time for an existential crisis right now. I passed my sanity check.
That was the perfect time.
So I'm just gonna... I'll keep that nugget of info in the back of my mind for later, because right now, Alistair is the... Saving Alistair is the thing. So, is there a poker in the fireplace?
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
There's actually like a little scuttle and, stuff like that. There's a little scuttle, a wrought iron
Okay.
poker, with the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the actual poke stick.
Okay.
You definitely want one of
Very
those instead of the
technical
sword?
Well, I'll just... so there's a poker, the swords. How large are they? Like, are they...
They're almost like cutlass sized. They're slightly curved. They seem, actually, now that you're close, they seem to be more ornamental, but they do have... They're not super sharp, but they would probably be sharp. But they look like they aren't really
Yeah. Yeah.
meant for a sword fight. But they look like they would stab or cut something.
Okay.
Oh, that got a thing.
I'm going to take the poker instead.
Yeah.
I'll take the poker. Is there any ash and soot and burnt debris inside the fireplace?
Actually, yeah, because it's not like ash is going to go away.
It's true.
Whether it's cold, I don't care if it's cold or
Yeah,
hot.
but there hasn't been anything burned in here in a long period of time.
Yeah.
But there would be like some ash residue and stuff like that.
Is there enough for me to kind of take a handful of it?
Yeah, but what are you doing? Oh, what are you... Okay,
Yeah,
anyway,
I
you
just
let me
want
know.
to take a handful.
So you have a...
You're going to throw it in
I have a
someone's
fire
face, aren't you?
poker and I have a handful of ash.
Okay,
Yes. All right.
fair enough.
Okay, onwards to our death. Let's go.
I vote we sneak into the room.
If we can.
Okay.
Element of surprise would work very much more in our favor, I think.
Yeah. Go back to the room.
Okay, so first off, as you turn around to leave this room, Regal's up on one of the little tables in the room. And he's just looking at you strangely. He's just looking at you a little bit strange. That's all.
Like cock-
Because you got your
cock ring.
handful of ash in
Yeah.
your poker.
Cock ring
But he
head.
follows you out to the hallway. To
Okay.
that door. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Quietly back up to the double door. We still hear the same thing inside.
Yeah, like
General,
laughter, folk talk, you know.
conversations.
Oh, man, just catch the game the other night. Oh, that's fake news.
Okay.
Sorry, that's a bit on the nose.
Okay.
So I'm going to slowly and quietly push the door more open and stealthily creep into the room, sort of. Is there anything near the door? I'm assuming that
There's
there are
chairs.
chairs, so if I would just duck down, I would be behind the chairs.
Yeah, you'd have to crawl into the room to get behind the chairs to try to stay out of sight as the two thugs are sort of, they came through the door and they're up a bit further and their backs are sort of to you, but they're sort of on the side.
Because they're facing each other and
If
stuff
you
a bit
wanted
as
to
well.
sneak into this room.
I would like to sneak into this room.
It is, I am going to call for another
That
stealth
makes
check,
sense.
and it is going to be opposed.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to do one at a time here. Unless you're both going in the same time, in which case I get bonus dice. Because
Yeah.
you either going to do it, are you doing it as a group?
I don't want you to get a bonus die, so yes. Assuming that's cool with you.
If we go in separately, you get bonus dice?
No, so if you go in with two of you
Yeah.
to spot you,
Yeah.
the bad guys get
Yes.
bonus dice because there's
more to spot.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas if you do it...
All right. Marion going first.
Okay.
Okay, so it is opposed. Their backs are to you, so it'll be opposed by their listen.
That is a 12 out of 57.
You already have a tick in stealth
I do
anyway.
now, because every single other stealth check I've had to use luck.
So... Yeah, so...
hard
no.
success.
Yeah, yep. Which is enough for you to sneak in the room behind the chairs. Regal just hops in right after you.
Okay.
He doesn't need to... It doesn't need to roll.
No,
Yeah.
it does not.
It is just right next to you, and it's just... it's like it's low to the ground, like a raven who's just found a slight piece of plastic.
when they laying low and they're
Yeah,
going with what would be their shoulders if they had shoulders. Okay. All right. I'm assuming the only thing to hide behind in here really is the chairs.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Althea is going to try to do the same. Oh, God.
Creep up, trying to get as close as possible.
Oh, my God, okay.
I didn't even give you a penalty die. What'd you roll?
87 out of 38.
Oh!
Nope. Nope, I'm gonna save the luck.
You can push the roll.
No, not in this situation. I'm not. Not with no firearms backup from the other two.
Fair.
So, here's the situation.
Okay.
As you get down, right, and you have the poker and ashes, a handful of ashes in the other, as you're about to move forward into the room, you hit the poker off the door. And there's a sound, and both figures turn toward the door just as you're about to enter. And one of the thugs, they look like generic thugs. I'm not going to give them much, they're generic thugs with the shadows of beard and just grimy with eyes that have seen not enough things to form good opinions.
I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl.
But one of them goes, what was that? What was that? And the other one starts walking toward the door. You're not in the room yet. This is just as you went down to enter. Oh, what the fuck is, what's the door open for? Well,
okay.
And he reaches down on one of the chairs that you couldn't see and pulls up a gun.
Yeah.
And starts walking toward the door that's slightly open where you're at.
Okay, but I'm not in the room yet.
No.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
In what order are we doing this?
Okay, I basically have two options.
There's a few. There's one I haven't thought of.
For me, there's two options I'm thinking of. I can either try to quietly run back to the other room and hide, or I can try to pretend that I am lost staff and try to hide the fire poker behind my...
I like the idea of you pretending you're lost staff. I can't give you
with a handful of ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to try that. Because, honestly, in terms of my skill list, the skills I would use to do either of those things are about the same. So, I'm going to pretend that I am lost staff.
So what are you going to do, though? Because right now you're on your hands and knees on the floor.
Okay, I'm going to stand up as quietly as I can, out of their sight.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm going to...
Can I have you roll me an idea roll?
Sure, yeah.
Upon thinking of you want to pretend to be staff from Service Clean?
Yeah. 48 out of 70.
Yeah, you've realized from looking at the window that this is not the city Silver Twilight Lodge.
Yeah.
So you have no idea if this place even has staff.
I'm
just throwing that out there.
That's a good point.
That might be an idea I have once it's too late for me to go forward with this, but it will change what I do.
But the other reason I'm having you roll the idea roll, being able to pass off as somebody else will require Althea to successfully make charm rolls or persuade rolls or something along those lines.
Because the other option...
I'm just throwing it out there.
He's walking past me. I can hit him with a table leg on his way by.
But there is another one. Like there's two.
There's another
one
guy
in the front of the room.
Yeah.
And this guy does have a gun.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help. I don't want anyone to be surprised when I shoot them.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Shit. I have another idea.
What's
but
the
it would
idea?
still be charm or persuade or like a deception and stuff.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's up to you, though. I can't tell you what to do.
Okay. I'm going to stay there, and I'm going to try pretending something.
Okay,
But it's not going to be that I'm staff. It's not going to be that I'm staff.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit interesting. As Marion, you're on the floor behind the chairs. You can see, you're tucked a little bit there. Regal is with you, and you see the thug grab the door because the door opened in, one of the double doors, and he pulls it open. You see Althea just standing there with the poker and a handful of ash.
No, well, the
I'm just
handful of
asking.
ash, I'm not going to be like with my hands up, right? I'll have the hand with the ash down next to me so that it looks like I just have, like, like I have my arm next to me or whatever.
Sure.
And the poker, I'm also going to have down. Like I'm just holding.
You're just standing there with your hands down at your sides.
Yes, basically.
One of them holding a poker, one of them with a handful of ashes.
Yes.
Okay.
Would the handful of ashes be, like, noticeable?
Well, they're black. You've reached in and grabbed a handful of
Yeah,
ashes.
whatever.
You have black on your hands.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying that I'm making good choices. I'm saying this is what I'm doing, which is the definition of Althea now that I think
So
about it.
as Thug 1
Writing that down.
pulls open the door, who the fuck are you? And you have a gun aimed at you.
How dare you point that at me in my family's own house?
Okay.
Put it down, or I will be telling my uncle what you've done. Get it out of my face.
Well, that would be an intimidate check if I ever heard one.
Same percentage as my charm, so...
I would love so hard if you succeeded in that and then really got to rank it up
I'm
next
just
time.
wondering how much luck may potentially be burned.
A lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
I believe in you.
8% out of 15.
Oh my god!
I was toying with the idea of giving you a penalty die. I really was. And then at the last second, I was like, no, and I should have gave you a penalty die. I wouldn't have. I mean, one of the listeners
Oh,
would
of
have.
course, yeah.
You get a tick in intimidate.
Yes, I do.
I love that so
As
much.
the figure's gun drops slowly. Uncle? Oh, he's not the brightest. These are thugs. The other thug's at the door. Who is it, Frank? Who's at the door? Sorry.
Yeah.
Who's at the door?
All right, so one of them is
Chowder.
Frank. Frank has the gun.
Right?
Frank has
Well,
the
the
gun.
other one has a gun too, doesn't he?
Yeah, the other one doesn't have the gun in it,
But
you'd
probably
assume
somewhere.
there is a gun nearby.
Yeah.
Oh, this must be Michael's lease or something?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. Now,
Right now you have them on their back foot.
yes,
but
I do.
They might take a while to think.
Yeah.
But they will think.
I came out here to have just a break from the city. And I come out here and I am about to strip off some furniture and light a nice fire, and I raise the poker up.
Jesus
And
Christ.
raise the poker up and relax. And all I hear is stupidity and noise coming down the hallway. What the hell are you doing here?
Well, you notice that the thug sort of,
And
as he
I'm
had put...
okay. Yep,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish.
Yeah.
As the thug had opened up the door and saw you, it is using the door to block your sight to what's actually going on.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're standing at the doorway talking.
Yes.
He's like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. I think that he's looking really confused.
Yeah. Okay.
I just think that maybe now's probably not a good time to visit. Yeah.
What's the other thug doing?
The other thug is looking a little bit confused. But you see him like look a little bit confused for a second, but he's like looking at the door at the back of the other thug, and you see him reaching down for his firearm.
Okay. Can I get to him I'll roll for it if I need to. Can I get to him before he grabs it?
Yes, I will say that you can.
I want to try to get to him and whack him in the face with the table leg.
Okay, so I'm going to say as he's slowly reaching out to get his weapon, you're scurrying. I'm going to allow your stealth check to ride. As you're scurrying around, you notice that Regal seems to be hopping along with you.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Althea and thug number one for this. He's just like, oh, maybe it's not a good time to visit. I don't know what you... I didn't even... Who are you?
You have balls. Seriously.
He looks a bit...
And I'm going to start actually, like, moving towards him, you know, like, to push up that, like, to keep him, like...
Yeah, but he doesn't move back. You would walk right into him. He does not give you room.
Okay. I'll walk right up to him chest to chest if I have to. Or, like, you know,
Looking up
however tall he is and whatever.
He's tall.
And
He's a thug.
And be like, how dare you tell me what I can presume to do or not do, or when to visit or not visit my own family's... You are in so much trouble. Can I try doing something?
Oh, sure, because
Okay.
I'm going to do a specific roll
Yep.
in a second to do with something else, but go ahead.
At that moment, when I'm right up next to him, can I try slamming the soot in his eyes?
I'm going to roll a check first.
Yep. Okay, go ahead.
Okay? It's with a penalty die.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you do have a tan now, and you are wearing a wig.
Oh, yeah! I am, yeah. I am. I only forgot about the wig.
I'm just rolling to see if he can recognize you. With a penalty die, it's either an 87 or a 97.
No, he was
So
not
no, he
going to
does not recognize
you
you as Althea, and he's sort of still looking at you confused, but he's not really giving away. You have a feeling. Roll me a psychology roll first.
Okay.
Just roll me a psychology roll.
86 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but and then you're gonna try to.
I want to take the soot and, like, just slam it up into his eyes, like, because I'm so close to him, right? To get it in his face and get him off guard. That's,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to
Fair
do.
enough.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to The Call. Our next episode will air Tuesday, June 28th. Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, waiting us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review in your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi information. As usual, we'd like to thank all of our donators over on Ko-fi, including Zay and Amanda, Baba Yaga, D-Devil1193, Alex B, Noah, Alec, Tavin, Josiah, Noops, Rosa, Lindraska, Cyberfox, Shadow Rose, Tyler, TJ, and Leo. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. And your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your producer was Rob Hickey, and your GM or keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.